Amazingly spectacular day, YouTube! Welcome to Ghost Spider Chronicles, a Spider-Gwen comic fan channel where we tell the story of our beloved Earth 65 local Spider-Woman. In this channel, we go through the individual issues of each chapter in the Spider-Gwen series. The comic panels have been altered due to copyright issues and all art belongs to respective companies. Disclaimer: there will be a lot of mentioning between Spider-Gwen and this dimension's Gwen Stacy. I will try my best to differentiate them according to the story, so please keep in mind which Gwen Stacy I will be mentioning. Previously, we see Spider-Gwen participating in the second Spider-Verse event called the Spidergeddon. She's lost in another dimension with no way back. She encountered a female goblin and... Wait, Peter Parker? Now for some of you unfamiliar with Spider-Gwen's story, essentially, she was the one bitten by the radioactive spider, and Peter Parker of her world, her best friend, turned into the lizard, but was gravely injured in a fight with Spider-Gwen. Eventually, Peter succumbed to his wounds and he perished in the arms of Spider-Gwen. Now let's begin Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider Issue 2. Spider-Gwen has just revealed her identity to this dimension's Peter Parker. He's freaking out. He assumes Gwen is a clone and starts asking, why? Why would she create you? Gwen is dumbfounded. She asks, she who? Peter replies, the real Gwen Stacy. Spider-Gwen starts explaining that she came from a different dimension. Up above, a stray pumpkin bomb hangs over the two. It starts ticking. The two are deep in conversation to notice. Peter starts laughing over the idea of dimensional travel. Spider sense. She really hates this goblin. The pumpkin bomb explodes. Luckily, Gwen was able to shove Peter away, protecting him from the rubble. Peter starts laughing again. At this point, Gwen is annoyed. He stops and finally comprehends the whole other dimension idea. Gwen asks for Peter's help to get her back home. Her friends are in danger. Before anything else, Peter asks if she's Spider-Woman. Gwen is weirded out. She says, yeah, I am. Gwen points out that there's one of everything in every dimension. That's when Peter starts to explain what happened in this universe. Turns out in this dimension, Peter and Gwen are interns at Oscorp. Peter was studying spider venom, looking for a cure to cancer that took away Uncle Ben. This dimension's Gwen, on the other hand, was researching biotechnical science. Everything changed when Harry Osborn got bit by a radioactive spider, becoming this world's Spider-Man. Back to the present, Spider-Gwen tells Peter that most spider beings start out the same way. Peter asks if there are that many spider heroes across the dimensions. Spider-Gwen turns grim. There were, but right now, she's not so sure. She tries to explain the whole inheritor situation and how they're hunting down her friends. She begs Peter to help her, but he shakes his head. Peter reveals that only his Gwen, this dimension's Gwen, can help her. Apparently, this dimension's Gwen is a mechanical genius. She built her own glider, her costume, her weapons, and her biotechnical circuitry, helping her fight. She is the Green Goblin in this universe. While Peter accidentally made Harry a superhero, this Gwen Stacy made herself a hero. Both superheroes were guided by Norman Osborn. Great power is a tool, but only in the right hands. Thus, the duo superhero team was born, Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. The two heroes were helped by both Peter and Mary Jane. Back to present. Things were great back then, Peter says with a heavy heart. Spider-Gwen grew impatient. She begs Peter one more time for help, but Peter insists that she needs to listen so she can understand more on what happened in this universe. One fateful day, the duo superheroes faced Sandman, who was terrorizing the police station. Goblin Gwen, in an attempt to ward off Sandman, threw a pumpkin bomb, although she did not notice the police officer in the vicinity. Turns out, it was Captain Stacy, her father. He got caught in the fallen rubble. She screams for him, but she couldn't help but watch as the scene unfolds. Goblin Gwen rushes to Captain Stacy, leaving Spider-Man to fend off Sandman by himself. Goblin Gwen held her father's lifeless body, pleading, "Please, wake up. Please, I didn't mean it." In the background, Spider-Man grabs a pumpkin bomb, calling Goblin for help once more. But Sandman pins Harry down before he had a chance to use the pumpkin bomb. Then an explosion, taking down Sandman with the cost of Harry's life. Goblin Gwen somehow survived, but the accident did something to her circuitry. She was still alive, but she's not herself anymore. It was only the Goblin persona who remained. Back at present time, Peter explains that Goblin Gwen doesn't remember Peter or MJ. He also described Goblin Gwen's circuitry and how it loops her horror, fear, and grief, making her unable to break free of the Goblin persona. More like she's unable to break free of the cycles of grief within herself. Peter helped design the circuitry. He should be able to disable it. He just needs Spider-Gwen to catch her. Gwen is skeptical. Why is she involved? Peter reminds Gwen that Goblin Gwen is the only one who can help her. He also mentions that Gwen can find someone else to help her, yet asks how much time is left before all her friends perish. Gwen is enraged by that last comment. This Peter seems desperate that he'd go that low. He doesn't care if Spider-Gwen hates him. He just wants his friend back. Gwen agrees to help, and Peter suddenly hugs her. She's still not happy she's being roped into this, but what other choice does she have? Her friends are dying. Peter asks if she can change her attire, by which she responds, revealing her symbiote suit. They start to make their way to MJ's place. Apparently, MJ's been trying to figure out where Goblin Gwen goes to rest. Peter mentions that in this world, Bets Brant and Glory Grant are investigative journalists instead of being musicians in Earth 65. The pair might be suspecting Goblin Gwen's identity, but can't confirm it. Bets and Glory might be tracking Goblin Gwen, but MJ has been tracking them. Peter asks Gwen if she can be gentle to MJ. Seeing her after everything will be really hard on her. Gwen agrees, since she's not the one blackmailing her into helping. Making a snide comment to Peter, they approach the house, rang the doorbell, and wait as MJ answers the door. She gasps. "Gwenny?" Gwen responds awkwardly, "Yes, but no. I'm sorry." Gwen explains that she's from another dimension. MJ is furious at Peter. Why not call her earlier? Peter defends that he found both Gwen Stacy's were fighting in an abandoned Oscar building. He found out that this Gwen Stacy is a Spider-Woman in her dimension. MJ reluctantly invites them to come in. Peter thanks Gwen, but she's still mad at him. They went inside. Whoa. The entire space has been devoted to finding Goblin Gwen's whereabouts. An argument erupts for some reason. MJ debates Harry Osborn was Spider-Man. How would adding one more spider hero would do any better? Gwen defends herself, stating that she might not be their Gwen, but she's still a Gwen Stacy. Gwen comes up with a plan. She states by posing as Goblin Gwen, maybe they can trick Glory and Bets into helping them give out information. MJ just starts asking, why? Why are you helping us? Gwen hesitates, looks at Peter. But now she's just sick of it. They're wasting time with all this unnecessary debating. Gwen tells her the truth of why she needs Goblin Gwen, so she can get back home. MJ wouldn't let the argument go, so Gwen just shrugs her off. She has practice dealing with Mary Janes. Peter insists that they should at least try the idea. MJ concedes, telling Gwen that she needs to do everything MJ says. Gwen gives off a mock salute, but MJ glares. Never do that again. Gwen apologizes. They head off, saying their goodbyes. Peter decided to stay back. In Gwen's mind, she feels like she's haunting them. A world that lost their Gwen Stacy. They're so lost without her. Are her friends suffering the same thing? She can't think about that right now. She's trapped here. She has to save this world's Gwen Stacy if she wants to go back home. But what if there's nothing left to save? High above, a lone goblin glides through the night, holding a photograph. Well, that ends issue 2 of Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider series. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe to our channel. Please leave a comment down below if you would like us to tackle any other Spider-Gwen comics. Have an amazingly spectacular day. Until next time.